It's been a while since we've had a Fan Friday submission from Kens, but here we are with an Aron, a Furfrou, and a Sawk. Okay, let's see what happens. Now, according to Kens, this is going to be a Fear strat as well. I can understand Fear from the Aron. I don't see any, like, immediate Sandstorm, so it's different, and yeah, it's just like a whole Fear team, apparently. So, a whole Fear team. Yay, this is gonna get weird. I think, have we seen Fear Sawk on Fan Fridays? I feel like we have. I feel like Sawk is pretty cool because that sturdy ability gives it some potential to do some funny stuff. So let's go and see what the Sawk is going to do. Immediate protect against the Zygarde. I guess just kind of seeing what the Zygarde might be up to. So Zygarde with Land's Wrath, pretty standard stuff right there. Land's Wrath will finally connect on the second turn, and Sawk will survive because of the sturdy ability. So boom, sturdy into the berry juice. Got that healing going on, and now sturdy refreshes, toxic happens. So the toxic sticks onto the Zygarde. Zygarde will eventually get burned down by that. We have the protect stalling going on as well. So how does Sawk stay alive? That's the question. So that's going to be the Land's Wrath, just damage. Sawk's going to survive on sturdy. So how does it get the item back? Oh wait, is it going to do something like Endeavor? Is it just straight up? Oh, Pain Split. There we go. We've seen this before. Just any sturdy Pokemon, if it can combo just right, like the Nosepass, the Sawk, they have Pain Split, the Magnemite, it can just recycle the Berry Juice infinitely. Fear strats are weird like that. And if you do it in like the right situation, Pain Split is going to go last. So if you heal off the opponent and then they die to the Toxic, you're now at full health and you get at least a free Toxic on the opponent or Pain Split to do a lot of damage. So now we're getting that form change into the 1,000 Arrows. It's not going to change anything. Cool. Zygarde got some extra health on a scaling draining move. Well, you know, Toxic. That Toxic Poison is going to drop. And it doesn't matter what happens with that Zygarde form. You can do all the damage at once, and it's not going to matter. Ooh, so that's kind of a weird position to be in, but the opponent is going to switch out, and Necrozma is going to come in. So we have the Lunala form of the Necrozma. That was the protect turn anyways. Yeah, you protect, Pain Split, protect, Pain Split. Eventually, you're just going to be a position where they die. So that's going to be the Prism, doesn't matter. Sawk Sturdy is going to be the Endure, and then we're going to see a Toxic. So I guess, you know, that's how you win with Fear. You just go for pluses. That, alright, now Sawk got the poison on, Zygarde's dead to a stall anyways, and then you just trade 1-for-1, but you're alive. So it's a 1v1 with a Fear Pokemon. And I didn't see the text scroll by really fast, but did the move miss? There's also that. There's also just soft RNG. That, you know, if they don't finish on that turn where the Pain Split should be happening, then the cycle resets. So now Sawk gets to 2-for-1 instead of 1-for-1 plus, or 1+for-1, you know, whatever you call it. And then the Pain Split cycle goes on forever. I mean, that's not going to be enough to KO initially. So it's actually it is. Wow. That poison added up and Necrozma's at the right amount of hit points. See, that's the crazy thing about like Toxic plus Pain Split, is that you're already removing almost half their health, and then Toxic just adds an extra % to that, and then gone. So now Marshadow coming in with the Spectral Thief. Sawk isn't really going to care. You can't gimmick out the gimmick Pokemon like this. It's not going for stats. It's not trying to do too much. And then that's going to be the Pain Split. I mean, Marshadow's just going to get... Oh my goodness. I'm trying to figure out what else that Sawk might be carrying. No, it's Toxic, Pain Split, Protect. Had the Berry Juice. What's that last move that cheeses a 2-for-1? Because you can do the stall on the Pain Split for a while. I'm guessing you get 3 uses against most level 50 Pokemon. Except the opponent forfeits. So it looks like we don't get to find out for this battle. And there's so many ways you can modify this strat. Like, you take Sawk, level 1 Pain Split, and then you just set up Poison Spikes earlier in the battle. You're good to go. Unfortunately, Toxic Spikes is pretty bad. Because all you need is a Poison-type Pokemon to come through, and you don't get it. So yeah, the injury hazards could be swept away pretty easily, but in theory, they don't have a Poison-type Pokemon. If you kill the Poison Pokemon, let's also get the next battle set up, because there's like so many weird things you can do, and then you can just see that Pain Split Infinite Refresh. Why did Game Freak give sturdy Pokemon Pain Split? Nah. And into the next battle we go, except this time leading with the Furfrou. Don't really have much else to say. Let's go and see what weirdness Fear Furfrou is going to do. We don't have too many shenanigans, so I'm guessing that's where the Focus Sash is, because we got 2 other sturdy Pokemon. Is it just going to be standard quick attack? Let's kill the Mega Rayquaza because haha funny. Rayquaza has the extreme speed though, so that could be problematic. We'll have to see what happens. So what I was talking about earlier was, yeah, you get the toxic. Oh, also Switch. I was about to say Switch would explain this battle video as well. So maybe seeing the level 1 Furfrou going, there's absolutely nothing to worry about, and then trying to get the Guzzlord set up, but it's just a damage Guzzlord. So free damage, just like that. And Focus Sash, so the Endeavor, alright. So you even when that happens, like a Switch sounds like something awesome, but you can't really capitalize much off of that. Oh, Furfrou also has a Sucker Punch. There we go. Alright, so yeah, you Sucker Punch for the Ghost type Pokemon. Not much else to say. Except like Endeavor, but then like you have to think about the whole team, you know. Endeavor, it's not going to work against Ghost type Pokemon. However, if there's already a level 1 or a 1 hit point Pokemon from previous shenanigans, then you just have that Sucker Punch, just get the damage across. Furfrou, I guess you just throw out the Endeavor just in case they try to do something weird and not finish you off. Or again, the move could miss. Now Mewtwo coming in with that Swift. Oh, that's classic Gen 1 Mewtwo right there. Sawk has the Sturdy. And then Berry Juice, and then you Toxic, and that's how you win games. So yeah, you can do a lot of other things to set up for it, and then you just Pain Split infinitely for fun. I'm actually wondering how that would go in like a double battle. Double battle would be a lot riskier, but you have like a Skydrop Pokemon, and you try to like, you know, just switch around and get, yeah, you get full health, you switch into like a tankier Pokemon, and you know, you get the poison down, and you Pain Split and drain them around. And as long as they're not targeting level 1, you should be okay. If they are targeting level 1, that means they're wasting a turn on level 1 Pokemon. So this is just stupid, the dumb mechanics Game Freak decided to leave it. I love it though. Whenever something is this broken, you gotta respect it. You know, I love that Game Freak. They're trying to kill gimmicks. You know, they're removing the effectiveness of Prankster and Thunder Wave and Confusion and Evasion, and this, you can't escape this. You can't escape this. And for the uninitiated, for those who don't respect or understand the fear, your game ends immediately. I remember back in 5th generation how devastating that fear Aeron was. You hear about that, it's like, oh, well then, my 5th generation, you know, years ago Pokemon metagame is not adjusted for something this strange. And it looks like the Sawk just has it down. I guess that's just how the numbers work, right? Yep, Mewtwo goes down. Percentages, and then Pain Splits at 12 hit points on most Pokemon. Probably just works out to a 3-turn KO like that. Rayquaza comes in, but it's not going to matter. We're going to see how this works. So Rock Smash. Weird Rayquaza. Interestingly enough, doesn't really matter against the level 1s, because that's the weird thing about gimmicks. Like, unoptimized Pokemon are going to get beaten just as much. Yeah, and here's... Alright, now we might get to see what the Sawk finishing strategy is. Because, like, you can just do... Like, why don't I see this more often? Like, this should be a legit 6v6 Pokemon. Just a legit Pokemon that gets used a lot more often. Because you can effectively just bring it in and neutralize so many of the opponent's threats. Because you survive on Sturdy, you use Pain Split, you drop the opponent low, and then you just switch out into a tank. And now you've traded that much hit points. You know, the opponent's sweeping Pokemon dropped to nothing, and then the forfeit before we get to see what ends up happening. Okay, every time. By that point, they've had enough. Oh hey, another Marshadow. It would be a shame if something was to happen. Look at the opponent. He is just taking the 3 freest Pokemon on the free battle spot and trying to fish wins with that. You have the Marshadow, because it steals things and it's just really good at stealing things and snowballing the game. You have the Mega Rayquaza. I don't understand the hype about Mega Rayquaza, but a lot of people think it's good, so more power to them. They bring an item Mega Evolve legendary Pokemon, so just if you brute force something with raw stats, you might win games. And then Arceus, highest stat Pokemon without forms or anything weird. Like, you know, Arceus keeps its item, so it gets to do that. Same with Mega Rayquaza. Either way, legendary Pokemon Arceus. We know that Arceus pulls some craziness. And the Shadow Sneak. It doesn't matter because Sawk is going to get outsped by everything. And then that's going to be the Toxic. I think I can respect the opponent though. He's trying to like, he knows something's up. But he doesn't know quite what. So he was trying something else to work the way around the Sawk. So yeah, just using that Shadow Sneak. The priority is not going to gain much, but like I said, there's maybe something in his mind like, well, if I use priority, hopefully he can't style on me too hard. Well, it's a different Sawk than you might have expected. So now you lose. That's a poison. That's a sharing the pain. That's a soft toxic stall, and that's doing whatever you want. So I guess, yeah, with the citrus berry, you protect, and then you're on turn 4, so it does 25% anyways. So the protect is there not to protect stall, but just to where you can actually have all the numbers line up in your favor. Also, that looks like a lot of hit points. Is that enough to still KO the Marshadow? Yeah, alright. Just too much. It's just too much. Now Arceus comes in. Can't really get much done with the Arceus. Also, I think that was a Master Ball Arceus. Pretty sure that's hack then. So we got Sawk on that Sturdy into the Pain Split. Boom. Healing 50. Yeah, and okay, now we finally get to see what the Sawk does, guys. If the opponent doesn't forfeit, we'll actually be able to see what happens when the Sawk runs it down to its last couple of hit points. Like, I don't think there's priority, and you can't really do much damage, and there's only so much you can heal, because when they drop below 12 hit points, you're not going to be able to get all of your health back. Oh, we got a berry, though. Is it confusion? No, we just got citrus berry Arceus. That's a thing. Earthquake. Throwing out damage. Getting the hitboxes out there. You know, you're going to weaken that Sawk. I feel like it's all just like, you know, combos and stuff. I wonder what I think that's when you go into Aron. So I feel like it's Sawk into Aron because Furfrou doesn't feel like it follows that up well. And I'm wondering if you could do it with like higher level Pokemon, but I don't think that would matter. You know, a level 5 Pokemon still go do 1 damage to a level 50. So I'm like, does Sawk get the Vacuum Wave, or does it have like some kind of priority that tries to use in this situation? I don't think that's how it works though. So Arceus coming in with the Earthquake. Earthquake lands on Sawk, and Sawk is going to go into Sturdy. Toxic. Yep, there it is. Alright. And then that's probably where you have Aron. It's got like Protect or Sturdy. And I mean, that's the same hit point range. So you just do that, and it works. Because now it's going to be losing a quarter of its hit, or not quarter, an eighth. That's under an eighth, as we've seen from all the other Pokemon. Oh, Sawk also has the Protect. Wait a second. Is it a 2-for-1? Can it 2-for-1 off the Toxic? The Recover though. But that's mind game. Nah, I think the Recover screws it up. If you could predict the Recover and then get the freaking Pain Split, that would be the most ridiculous thing ever. But well, actually no, Arceus won. Yeah, Arceus was dead off that because it's at yellow. It fell below the threshold. And then Poison stacks up, and then Aron does whatever Aron does. Okay then. So the Sawk 2-for-1s. Why is this thing not played more often? Like, you put that next to level 50 Pokemon, you put that next to real Pokemon, you should be okay. Aron comes in with the Endeavor, and then the Poison finishes it off anyways. And we didn't even have to worry about whatever Aron's up to. It's Shell Bell, I guess, and then it was already full health with a refresh Sturdy and a Shell Bell, so it doesn't really have too much to worry about. And if you get the Killing Blow off that, because again, now we're in the Toxic Spikes discussion. So effectively, this video is just a 15-minute discussion on all the mechanics of Fear, because if that opponent was poisoned from some other way, Aron doesn't have to dedicate a turn to Toxic, and it just uses Pain Split, or not Pain Split, the Endeavor, which is effectively the Pain, actually it's better than Pain Split, because Endeavor Shell Bell, Poison finishes it off, and that's like your Sandstorm. So yep, Kins, just showing the world some hate. I hope everything's okay at home, because you did dirty things to people that did not deserve it.